I used to live in a remote area, far from my workplace. To get home, I had to traverse a forested stretch, and one night, after an exceptionally late shift at the office, something chilling happened. I was driving home when, about a mile from my house, I saw a woman. She emerged from the woods, covered in blood, and darted into the middle of the road, screaming. Panic surged through me, and I swerved to avoid her before slamming on my brakes, my instincts urging me to help. With my car parked on the roadside, I approached the terrified woman. Her words were incoherent, and fear filled her eyes. Through the jumbled phrases, I understood that your boyfriend had assaulted her, and he was still chasing her through the woods. Without hesitation, I insisted she get in my car for safety. I dialed the police, my voice trembling as I recounted the unsettling encounter. They assured me they'd meet us at the hospital. There was no way I'd stay on that dark road, knowing her aggressor might still be lurking nearby. This encounter, amidst the isolation of that forest road, was one of the most harrowing experiences of my life. It reminded me that even in the quietest places, darkness can reveal the most unsettling truths. After leaving the military, I embarked on a journey to my hometown in Montana. The trip was relatively uneventful, but it was just the beginning of a strange and unsettling experience. With my sights set on Boise, Idaho as my new home, I resumed my journey in February. Rather than braving the treacherous winter roads along the state's twisting highway, I decided to take a different route. Crossing into Washington in the early hours of a Sunday, I found myself enveloped in dense fog, a cliché yet ominous backdrop. The fog obscured my vision, and I knew I needed to find a restroom urgently. However, the fog made stopping on the side of the road seem unsafe. I continued my drive for about 5 miles until I began to see signs for an unfamiliar town. Though I can't recall its name, I decided to make the right turn indicated by the sign. The town appeared small, not unlike my hometown in Montana. What struck me as odd was the eerie silence that enveloped the town. While there were cars and businesses, there was not a single soul to be seen. The streets were empty, devoid of any signs of life. The stillness hung heavy in the air. I pulled into a gas station, hoping to find someone who could direct me to the restroom. To my surprise, the counter was unmanned. I ventured to the side, checking the bathroom door, which was locked. As I circled back to the front of the gas station, my eyes were drawn to a delivery truck parked near the woods. 2 men were unloading something from it, but their reaction to my presence was chilling. One of them yelled at me to stop, sending a shiver down my spine. I wasted no time in returning to my car and hitting the road again. I pushed forward until I reached Spokane, where my uneasiness began to subside. The memory of that mysterious, silent town in the fog stayed with me, a constant reminder of an unsettling experience I would never forget. When I was just 14 years old, I had a rather eerie experience while exploring the woods near our football training ground with my cousins. Little did we know that this adventure would forever etch itself into our memories. It all started innocently enough. After a rigorous football training session, my cousins and I decided to venture into the nearby woods. The prospect of exploring the unknown filled us with excitement. and we eagerly delved deeper into the forest. As the evening sun cast long shadows, we strolled along a canal path, taking in the serene surroundings. Everything seemed peaceful, but little did we know that our peaceful outing was about to take a sinister turn. While walking alongside the canal, one of my cousins noticed something peculiar, a jacket floating on the water's surface. Now, my cousin had a knack for scavenging, and he couldn't resist the temptation to retrieve it. Despite my warnings, he reached into the canal to fish out the jacket. As my cousin turned the jacket over, a spine-chilling sight met his eyes. Inside the jacket was not just any man, but a man without a face. The shock of this ghastly encounter sent shivers down our spines, and our screams pierced the once quiet woods. Without a second thought, we bolted out of the woods, leaving behind the horrifying apparition. The memory of that faceless man would haunt our dreams for years to come, serving as a stark reminder of the mysteries that can lurk within the depths of the forest.